I bet, off the top of my head, I can already tell you guys what the most mixed recipe you guys have ever made is. No?
Boss Reserve Clone.
No self-promotion here, buddy. No.
Okay, which one?
Fucking Unjuice. I mean, unless you're folk art. Folk art doesn't really do that.
What the fuck is Unjuice? I don't know what Unjuice is. I've never mixed Unjuice. I don't use Unjuice.
Oh, this motherfucker is vaping on Max BG, right?
Yeah, this is a problem when you're definitely that far beneath other people and you just do max VG because you don't care about flavor. You gotta use a little PG.
I have to say, when I first started mixing, everybody told me PG is a flavor carrier. All right?
Well, technically.
It's a flavor carrier. It carries a flavor. VG is just there for the clouds. You know, everybody assumes that because I mix max VG that I'm a cloud chaser. I am not.
Fuck yeah. You're a cloud comper.
You're all about the clouds, man. Yeah, every time we do an episode, he ends up the episode like with a huge cloud.
So what is Unjuice?
I think that even if you vape max VG, you should use Unjuice.
No, why?
You need to make your base. With if you use nicotine, you have to make your base with VG and nicotine.
I mean, you can, but it's not as accurate then. So here's this is what Unjuice is.
Please tell me.
Unjuiced is a kind of a joke recipe that was created by Kind Ground.
It wasn't. He stole it. He stole it from Reddit. Oh.
Well, I didn't know that.
Get your facts straight, man.
How do you know that it wasn't Kind Ground?
I know because he put that in the description of the Unjuice recipe.
All right. Anyway, it's a joke recipe. It was created originally, to make fun of ATF.
Right.
Because you could literally create a recipe with no flavorings in it. So
right.
It's called Unjuiced. But the cool thing about it was you could put in your base percentages and you could make 500 mils, a gallon, or whatever you want to do of base, and then just use that as premix later when you want to make a recipe.
Yeah, two things. One, if you mix a lot and you don't make your pre-made base, you're wrong. And second, if you're doing it right, you should use Unjuice because it's going to save a lot of time.
So basically, Unjuice is your VG, your PG, and your nicotine. That's your Unjuice. It's a base.
It's literally how to make the same thing that a lot of people make, like pre-made like base, like juice, like unflavored juice. So you make this, you should be making at least 500 mils at a time, I think. And you don't have to, you got to do it every like month or two, depending on how much you're mixing or how many people you're mixing for.
Yeah. How do you make yours? What's the ratio you use for Unjuice?
I have a set of rules I live by and die by.
All right.
During the summer, so 6 months out of the year.
Oh, seasonal.
Well, it's not summer then anymore, but you know what I mean? Half of the year, I mix by 80-20 because it's smooth. It's easier to work with at that point because it's warmer out. But when it's cold out, I like more of the throat hit from the PG, so I'll do 70-30.
Okay, I do something similar for different reasons. I do my Unjuice 80-20 because I like 70-30, and I know my usual percentage of flavoring is 10%, from 10 to 12, around 10%. So I do it 80-20, so when I add the flavorings, it's going to be around 70-30.
Well, mine's the same principle. It's just like I like that much more.
No, sometimes no. You were talking about summer.
No.
The unicorns.
It's somewhere else, baby. No. But I like 70-30 most of the time. During, obviously, so that 80-20 would convert to around 70-30.
So when you mix a recipe, so you create a recipe and you go to all the flavors and you hit the mix button, do you tick the use premix thing at the top?
Yeah. We do that. Yeah.
So if somebody is wanting to speed up their mixing process and they want to make Unjuice, it's probably a good idea to make your Unjuice at 80-20, because then when you actually mix a recipe, it'll be whatever your percentage is. So if you have 10% of flavorings, then that's going to take that 80-20 and make it into around about a 70-30.
70-30, yeah.
And when you mix it, you have to tick the option that is to use a pre-made base, and it's going to consider the VG, the PG, everything, and the wait for it to have the right amount of Unjuice you have to use as your base.
Does ELR have that same option where you can tick a button that uses a premix base?
Yeah, they all have some kind of like VCC has that, ATF has that, ELR has that. They all have some kind of an option for it.
Hey, I'm learning something. You know, I mean, I'm really new to all this mixing stuff. So, you know, any pro tips that I can get, you know, is useful.
And in the next video, we are going to teach you, Fokker, how to use a scale. Why it's important to use a scale.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to that.
Did you buy any flavors yet?
I have a few.